This can be you, this can be your daughter, this could be your brother, this could be your sister, this could be your neighbor. It could be anyone. This is not, sometimes when we see obese people, we think that they're lazy, we think that they don't care, we don't think that they're responsible, and that's really not the case. It really isn't. Sometimes, you know, you work certain schedules that they take a toll on you. They really do. And I didn't realize that for myself, but I could see how it can affect anyone. We're not immune to this at all, none of us, you know? Like Johnny mentioned earlier, is a very articulate person. And he was actually helping me do some work with setting up my emails, and he comes in and he grabs a pen and a pad and he's taking his notes and he's talking to me, and we were both talking to each other back and forth. And like 2 seconds later, you know, I was talking to him at the same time, but I was also straightening out in the house. So I didn't get, he was sitting down and he was talking to me, and I was in the house moving around cleaning up. And I just noticed that we were exchanging words at a certain pattern, a certain rate, and then it was gone. And I look at him and I see him sleeping. I'm like, are you sleeping? And he's like, no, I'm okay, I'm up. But it wasn't just that moment that caught my attention. I noticed that throughout the rest of the conversation, there were always lapses in between him falling asleep. And I just drew it up to maybe fatigue. One day you run into somebody, you happen to be a little tired, you're overextended and you're tired. And I didn't think much of it. I have an uncle, may he rest in peace, that he was very famous or popular for going in. He can come into your house and socialize with you all day long, and it'd be great. But if you had the TV set on, he was falling asleep. I mean, 3 minutes later, he is falling asleep. Guillermo Cubilete, wherever he went, if there was a TV, he's sleeping. I mean, he was gonna knock him out. But I realized that he was falling asleep, and I didn't think much of it being part of the weight. I just thought maybe it was just fatigue, you know? And now hearing about how this is probably a pattern that it goes on from time to time is something that he should really...
It's actually a medical condition. It is dropsy, but it's also like a sleep apnea. The heavier you are, it's a strain on the heart, it's a strain on your respiratory system. So it does cause you to inoxygen. Like will just, you know, when he's sleeping, you will find sometimes you don't hear the snore because he's actually not breathing in it.
And you know, it's interesting you say that, because even now we're sitting here at the table and we're talking, and I can hear his breathing pattern. Can you hear it? Mm-hmm. He's struggling just to breathe. And it's something that we all know that I'm fairly new in terms of being a friend to him, and he's definitely going to have a lot of support on my end. But also, he's also going to have to put in the effort and work also, you know? We're going to help him, but we're also going to push him to get over this hump.
My stepmom used to torment me and say, oh, I'm going to be big as a house. And my brothers would laugh and this and that. And I really, and for a lot of people out there, you need to realize that we fat people, we don't just sit home and eat. It's not a 24/7 thing where we just eating. No, I don't sit home and I eat. I 9 times out of 10, I don't get up and eat breakfast. I get to school, I barely got time for lunch. So I'm eating dinner, or I'm eating a snack, or I'm on the go and I'm just getting whatever that's on the go. Then it's like times when, or when I'm out with family, and I want to eat what I want to eat, because I haven't eaten all day. But then you got the, oh, well, maybe you should get this. Why don't you try eating a salad? And so in my mind, like, you want me to eat a salad while you eat a cheeseburger in front of my face, and I'm going to be okay with it? Not really.
Into this trap where I get up in the morning and I ask my kids, what do you guys want for breakfast? And I realize as a parent, being 41 years old, that is absolutely the wrong way to go about it. What I should be telling my children is, this is what is available. You got pancakes, you got eggs. I should be able to dictate to them what they're going to consume. rather than give them that leadership role, because they're children. They don't know any better. They don't know what they're going to consume. They're going to consume whatever's advertised and marketed. And, you know, and sometimes we try to force feed our kids, even though it's the right nutritional thing to do, but we don't communicate properly with them in that sense.
For older people, I think it's changing, because me now, the way my mom has raised me was like, I'm gonna eat this and eat it now. At a certain time, you're gonna eat it. My other dad, I have a little sister. She's 2 years younger. You know, she's 16. I'm 25. So she's able to say, well, I'm not gonna eat it, and won't eat it, and my stepdad doesn't. And I think a lot of parents that are in their upper age, they tend to deal, if they're already raised one set and they have that one following behind, they tend to raise it differently. As I see it in my dad now. I have my two little brothers. He tends to mellow with them. Oh, if you do this, you get to go out, and let them go out all night. But when I was there, I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't even have a set of keys to go out to school. So I think it has to do. Well, of course, raising a child it's a lot to do. That's a lot to deal with. But I think it's based on the parent. It's based on the parenting. My mom stood by her word and stays by her word, rather if it's wrong or not. If she wrong, she gonna play like she right to the end of it. And I'm not a parent yet, so I can't really.
That's being edited out.
Listen.
I'm always right, even when I'm wrong.